purple revolution. A purple revolution. I hadn't heard of that, but my mutual, Tabitha Speaks Politics, clued me into it by one of her videos. You all go follow Tabitha because she is tireless in her work in covering politics through a Black American lens and keeping the community informed. But I want to show you all a video clip of one of the main people who is behind this so-called Purple Revolution. Warning, get your barf bags ready.
I've been doing some thinking, and I said at the very beginning that I would do what I had to do to make sure I bring our people together. So first things first, what I'm going to say is that I apologize from the bottom of my heart for voting for Trump, for voting for everything that ended up happening. I still to this day feel sick to my stomach looking back at the person that I was. And there's no excuse for it, no matter if I was manipulated or whatever you want to call it, in a cult. I should have had a stronger mind. And I allowed that to be penetrated. So for that, I apologize. Anybody who suffered at the hands of the government, you have my heartfelt sincerity.
I told y'all to have your barf bags ready. So this guy goes under the handle Purple Revolution. I did not do Editor Stitch's video because I do not want to give his videos any more exposure directly. But Purple Revolution comes from this idea that is spreading online among white folk, especially white MAGA, of white leftists, blue, and white MAGA, red, coming together, and blue combined with red is purple. So he goes on in this video, because it goes on for much longer, to say that he is so sorry and that people like him have changed their ways. They are sick to their stomach that they voted for Trump and that they were involved in MAGA, and they apologize to marginalized groups for the harm that is done, but that we need to forgive them and join with them so that we can fight this regime. We need to put aside the divisiveness and all that other bullshit. Then he goes on to say that he recognizes that words are cheap and hollow, but that he made this video and others like it to have accountability, and that we need to put our differences behind us and the whole kumbaya scenario. Black Americans, we knew this was going to happen. Here's what I want to say about this so-called purple revolution that's spreading online. We know that it is another manipulation tactic. For the first time in the history of this country, white Americans are finally dealing with the repercussions of their racism and their racist actions, including their vote. See, beforehand, they could be racist and vote in racist policies, and it would hurt Black Americans and everybody else that they hated. But see, things are much different now. This current era of the felon-in-chief, they are feeling the effects of their vote, and it's scaring them. That's why you have white farmers crying and begging the federal government that they voted in office to bail them out yet again. Every time they go to the grocery store or to put gas in their car, they get sticker shock. The cost of living in every aspect is skyrocketing. Now it is affecting them, and they're scared. Because, see, after November 5th, we Black Americans have not responded in the way that they thought that we would. They thought we would be out in the street protesting. putting our bodies on the line yet again to make change that benefits everybody else but us. And see, we're no longer doing that. And they have tried everything they could think of. This guy has the audacity to say, well, we need to join together. The left and the right and marginalized groups need to put away their distrust. You can kiss my black behind. Even now, we are dealing with black people being lynched and hung from trees. And the piss poor excuse for law enforcement is covering it up, saying suicide. When that fascist was unalived, the campuses of historically black colleges received bomb threats. And all over social media, his folk and his ilk threatening black Americans. Now, all of a sudden, we are supposed to believe that they woke up this morning and decided, oh no, we have seen the light. Every American deserves the rights guaranteed to us under the Constitution, and that every decent human being should enjoy. Get the fuck out of here with that. They're scared, you all. So now what they're doing is they're putting on this kumbaya act. Oh, we no longer watch Fox News. I'm sick to my stomach that I voted for the felon in chief. And you think that we believe this? Here's the thing, though. They are correct in one way. In order for white supremacy to be deconstructed in this nation, white America, both left and right, are going to have to do it. And he asked the question, well, what can we do to prove our sincerity? I've got a couple of ideas. Number one, you and all of your MAGA, conservative, so-called Christian folk, and all of the white leftists, because you all are different flavors of the same ice cream, you all need to get together en masse and go down to Mar-a-Lago and go up to Washington, D.C., to the White House and to the Capitol with that energy that was brought on January 6th. And you need to vote for democracy after you do that. But then you have much more work to do. And all of the damage that this administration has done must be reversed. That's a lot of hard work. Black Americans didn't create the racial caste system. We didn't invent chattel slavery and racism. Y'all did. And guess what? The onus is on you to tear it down. Black Americans don't fall for this kumbaya act. Please. This is just a manipulation tactic to get us to do what we historically have always done, put our black bodies on the line to fight for our freedom and liberation, and any strides we make, everybody else enjoys. But we're still last in line. Not anymore. You all stay the course.
I believe that by now a lot of Americans would have heard about the Purple Resolution, where they actually want both the red and the blues to actually come together to form purple, which is to unite as one, so that they can be able, according to them, fight the government themselves. But I don't see where the fighting is actually coming from. But first of all, hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time tuning in, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And in today's episode, we are going to explore more and dive into the Purple Resolution, where at the end of this video, I'm going to be saying my opinion as it is on my own end. But if you've watched the first clip, drop me your comments. I have 2 extra clips. Let's go out. Let me roll out the clips for you guys, and then I'll be back with commentaries.
Listen, I am not down for this purple revolution, at least not yet. Y'all got a lot of work to do. Because y'all can't convince me that you voted for this man strictly because of the economy. That man cannot put together 2 coherent sentences about the economy. All he said was tariffs, and none of y'all bothered to look up what the hell tariffs were to begin with. He went around demonizing immigrants, undocumented immigrants, legal immigrants, saying that they were eating cats and dogs. He said that people who looked like me and black people were eating cats and dogs, and y'all consciously went to a voting booth and voted for that. He's saying progressives like me want to make everybody transgender. Everything transgender. He makes it out to be that we're going around chopping off men's penises and trying to turn them into women. And you think that's actually happening, or thought. I say this all the time to my leftist friends. We cannot have class consciousness without defeating racism in this country, without defeating sexism in this country, and without defeating homophobia in this country. Because until y'all are cool with holding hands with black people, gay people, trans people, and women, y'all are never going to have the same goals as us, period. The same exact goals. You're never going to have the same goals as us, period. And don't talk to me about fighting up, because leftist ideology is all about fighting up. It's nice that you want to join, but to sit here and say, hey, we got to look up. We've been looking up the whole time. That's what leftist ideology is, including the social issues. When I'm fighting for the LGBTQ community, I'm fighting up. When I'm marching in Black Lives Matter protest, I'm fighting up towards a system that has held down the black community since the inception of this country. Leftist economic ideology is about taxing the rich, making it fair for everybody else so they can live, so they can eat, so they can have shelter, so they can afford things, healthcare for everybody. That's punching up. That's all we do is punch up. You guys got a lot of nerve coming here telling us, well, it's time to punch up. We've been punching up this whole time. And listen, I'm glad you guys have seen the light and you see that you've been taken advantage of by not just Donald Trump, but the Republican Party and Elon Musk and all these billionaire cronies and all that good stuff. That's great. And I'm willing to hold hands with you and join you in whatever revolution you want to join, but it's going to take time. I'm not going to trust anybody who just consciously went to a voting booth and voted for a man in an administration, happily, by the way, a man in an administration that said that people who, like me, are eating cats and dogs. Eating cats and dogs. You know how insane that sounds? So yeah, don't get turned off by people like me. Just understand that this is the anger that you have caused. Understand this is the pain that you have caused. And understand this is just a consequence of voting for a freaking fascist. Take accountability, and maybe we'll talk.
I need the white, straight people inside the purple revolution to listen to me for a second. We need to stop telling the marginalized people who do not look like us or love like us that they need to give grace to people waking up out of MAGA. I have made videos saying that if this is going to move forward, then we need to allow people who are waking up out of MAGA the space to do so without throwing the I told you so's in their faces. Even if this means just saying nothing at all. Don't say I told you so. Don't say this is what you voted for. Fuck around and find out. Don't say it. Just say opt for saying nothing. But that's not the same thing as giving people grace and being like, oh, well, you know, yes, let's unite and face the elite together, arm in arm. I think that if you find yourself saying that, you need to check your white privilege. And I don't say that to be an asshole. Have both Republicans and Democrats lied to us? Have these algorithms been specifically created to keep us divided? Yes, fucking absolutely. Absolutely. It is the grasshoppers on top purposely trying to keep the ants at each other's throats. 100%. But let's not pretend like Friendly Honey Badger or Purple Revolution or Hunter or me or any other white person speaking on this Purple Revolution, because it's mostly white people I see talking about it, have been affected by this administration the same way or at the same levels that these marginalized groups have. It's easy for me to be like, all right, well, I will lay down my arms and work for the greater good to get rid of this administration, when I can walk down the street with my kids and not have to worry that an unmarked vehicle is going to pull up next to us and masked men are going to unload out of that truck and rip me away from my children as they watch, traumatized and crying. Let's not pretend like me being called a libtard or a demon or unpatriotic is the same thing as what has been done to these other marginalized groups during this administration and beyond, like since his first term. It's not the same thing. And it's very arrogant of us and unempathetic to push those very valid feelings aside in the name of unity. If we want real unity, then we need to listen to what the people of these marginalized groups are telling us they need to see from us, from either side, so that we can heal enough in order to unite against the elite. We cannot pretend that we have all been affected by this administration the same way, because we haven't. It's ignorant to think that we have.
So anyways, guys, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for watching all of that clips. And let me say actually what I want to say before I go into taking some of these few comments that I find it very, very interesting for a lot of us to be able to actually digest on. So now they are fighting for the both purple, the both blue and red should actually come as one. That is what MAGAs are fighting for. And the annoying part of all of this is they'll go ahead and first of all start apologizing, like, I'm sorry for voting for Trump. I'm sorry for supporting MAGA all these years because I need to be held accountability and so on and so forth. I'm not seeing that as an excuse for every single person, because where my reasoning is going right now is if these people were actually getting exactly what the orange man, what they actually voted for, will they come today to come and say, oh, we need unity? And I feel like this is a bit creepy for people that look like me, which is for the black community, because at the end of the day, I really do not trust these people. I don't know why. I actually saw a particular quote that one woman actually wrote. She said, if you fool me once, you are at fault. But if you fool me once, shame on you. But if you fool me twice, shame on me. And of which I took that quote to be very, very serious about this purple resolution thing. I don't think it is now that they have finally realized that, oh, we need to come together, we need to be one, we need to show them that at the end of the day, we can speak together as citizens. This is still playing politics as far as I'm concerned. This is still going to play at the end of the day. I am the one that started the purple resolution. This is still going to play at the end of the day. I am supposed to be in charge of every single thing that is happening in the purple resolution. And you guys can hear from one of the last clip I actually played in this particular video, where this lady was like, and she don't even think it is necessary because of the marginalized group and so on and so forth. For me, even if the purple resolution to work, I think Black Americans should actually trade with caution, because on every single cases and every single scenarios that we've been able to record on daily basis, or starting from centuries of segregation, Jim Crow, slavery and so on and so forth, Black Americans are being used. They always use them. They always find a way to bring them, because they know that they are strong voices. They know that there are people that can actually, if they mean something, they can actually go for it. So that is why I feel like these people are not only just calling for unity's sake. They're not only calling because they have a particular aim that they want to achieve, as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think that what I'm saying is actually wrong, I always say it in my video that I stand a chance to be corrected. So feel free to correct me in the comment section, and I really, really do appreciate that. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. But anyways, let's take some few questions, some few comments that these people actually drop here. Someone said, do you not understand that they still support controlling women bodies, and they are still supporting what ICE has been up to at this point, which include war, crime, death, etc., with a bunch of knives? You got me so pretty along. You got me so pretty along, armsman. Okay, let's go to another one. That person said, I am willing to forgive just for my own peace of mind. I am tired of being angry. Exactly. A lot of people are tired of being angry, but it's good that you have to forgive if you want to forgive. Like I said, I'm not here to stand against anybody that is going out for, oh, let's let the peace reign. I love to see peace reign. But what I still stand on is, if you're trading with the devil, you have to trade with the long spoon. You have to trade with caution. If you're eating with the devil, you have to eat with the long spoon. And if you're trading with them, you have to trade with caution. That's one thing I would say. Another person here said, someone better than me will need to make it easy for us. Exactly. Another person here said, I really do not trust them. I really do not trust them. Exactly. I'm not the one that is saying this one now, right? I think everyone should take a moment to learn about living court and this construction, and make an educated decision on how they personally want to handle things. I myself have done so I decided, while I won't forgive and forget, I will put my rage aside to help them see the light. Another person here said, I am done giving grace to people who have chosen, obviously, bigotry for 10 years. Another person here said, in all honesty, I need to see the results of the midterm. I need to see action over words. Exactly, because a lot of people are just coming here to now start throwing words of, oh, let the purple resolution stand. Let's come together as one. This government don't need us. This government hates us. This government do this. This government do that. In as much as that, we need action. That is what is more important here. Another person here said, I just want them to stand with us in this protest, especially the No King protest. It is cool. If you want them to stand, how many of them have been able to stand with Black Americans? How many of them have been able to say, like, okay, these particular Black Americans that have actually gone through all of this, if not just few that are coming up to like speak up on behalf of Black Americans? Another person said, I don't believe any are even waking up. And if they are, it is not enough to make much of a difference. Exactly. I really love that comment. That person said, I can help with the midterm and vote better if they want. And that person said, I would need a sincere, heartfelt apology and see them posting on their social media pages, being loud about how this needs to stop and why this is dangerous. Exactly, just a lot of things. Anyways, just let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that this resolution is for the betterment of everybody? Do you think that you're seeing American both races forgetting about their differences and coming as one? I really want to know, because that is what I'm actually looking forward to. But as at this point, with whatsoever we're seeing online, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips you have in our today's episode. And guys, with no further ado, I'd like to say in my videos, I'm going to be saying, I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you. Remember, we don't support any form of violence. We don't support any form of fights here. This is just for educational purposes only. Let's go.